name you originally chose for your social media accounts may have made sense a few years ago, but now that you're using these accounts professionally for your acting career, maybe Potterhead27 or Taylor Swift Lover isn't the way you want casting directors or people in the business to see you. The answer is simple: change your username. I'm going to show you how to do this on both Instagram and Twitter, and make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you some pro tips to make sure you don't lose any followers in the process. Give me a little thumbs up on this video if not losing followers sounds awesome. I thought so. Let's hop into Instagram first to do this. So on Instagram, just follow along with me. You're gonna go into your profile and you're just gonna change your username right here. Now, ideally, you want your name. Your name is king. But if it's taken, you'll know because Instagram will tell you, sorry, that username is taken at the bottom of the screen. Now, if you can't get your name, I will link to another video of mine that gives you 15 hacks if your username is taken, and you'll find that in the description below. Cool, you've got your new username. And what's important to note is that everything on your account stays the same. You're not gonna lose your followers, you're not gonna lose your post. All you did was change that username. On Instagram, you're gonna start showing up in feeds with your new username, in notifications with that new username, and Instagram will actually change your username on your prior comments as well. Plus, if you have a large following, Instagram actually may send out a notification to your followers telling them that you changed that username. Super awesome, right? But regardless of follower size, we're gonna notify our followers as well. We're gonna get to that in just a second. All right, so we just did that on Instagram, right? So we want to go and change that username everywhere to make it consistent as possible. So for Twitter, all we have to do is hop into our settings and change our username right here. For security reasons, they will ask you to put in your password, so make sure you know that offhand. So there you go. Super simple. You've changed it on Instagram and on Twitter. Now, even though both your Twitter account and your Instagram account, everything pretty much stays the same, you just have a new username, sometimes you'll see a dip in followers because people just won't realize that it's you, especially if you've drastically changed your username. Here are 3 tips to make sure you keep as many followers as possible when you make this change. Number 1, I suggest for a little bit after you change that username that you keep the same profile photo that you were using before. Then, if your followers see the name is different, but they see the face is the same, they'll still know it's you. You can also mention the old username in your bio for a little while. You could say formerly known as this account, just so people know it's you. Number 2, make sure you create a post, whether it's for the feed, for stories, for Twitter, that tells us about the change. This could be you just hopping on video and telling us, or you can use a tool like Canva and create something similar to this. Now, if you have a large following and you get mentioned and tagged a lot in posts, you may actually consider posting this multiple times so that people hear about the change. Remember, you can always delete them or archive them later. Number 3 is really important if you have a large following and you're considered influential in some way, and that is to set up another account on Twitter and Instagram under your old username. Let's use myself as an example. If I were to change my username from marketing for actors to Heidi Dean, which I can't get, but to the Heidi Dean, right? I would want to make sure I still grab my old username. Why? Brand recognition. I'm known as marketing for actors everywhere. So if I would change that username, I would not want someone else to be able to grab it and start using it for themselves. Also, someone like me, I do a lot of public speaking. I've done a lot of guest writing for blogs and publications. I have a lot of links out there that link to my social media. So I'd want to make sure that any of those articles still link to me in some way. And by grabbing my old username, I'd be able to direct people there. I really only suggest you do this if you have a lot of links out there and you have brand recognition under that old username. If this applies to you, you would change your username, grab the old one as well, and then trick out that one to say, hey, guys, I don't play here anymore. This is my old username, but you can go find me here. Something like this. Okay, next, we want to make sure that you don't lose any future followers in this process. But before I get to those tips, Let me know in the comments if you're finding this helpful and if you have ever had to change your username. To make sure you don't lose any future followers, I want you to update and double check the following: your email signature, your website, and that means any widgets, any follow buttons, make sure they're pointing to that new username. Check all links on other social media platforms, on your YouTube channel, on Clubhouse. Make sure that it's going to the right username. Your username is part of your link to each account, so you've got to make sure you update this. Next, check any third-party apps, any schedulers you're using. Some of these you may need to update as well with a new username. If you use something like Linktree or TapLink for that link in your Instagram bio, make sure you update any of your icons on that as well. If you don't know what I just said, well, you can go watch this video up here in the corner to set up your own link in bio. Next, update your business cards if they have your username. Update your resume if you're including it on your resume anywhere. Update those online casting profiles. IMDb Pro. If you have a blog for your acting career and you have any links that go to the old accounts, update them as well. I suggest you screenshot this list right now. If you don't update these things, you will lose future followers. You now know how to change your username without losing followers or losing future followers. But before you go, I have two things to help you. Number one, if you need to find a username because your name is taken, this video will give you 15 options that you can try out. And go right here to download my social media checklist for actors, which will make sure the rest of your first impression beyond your username looks awesome. Until next time, I will see you on social. Bye.